Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Ricky. With me, Al Eschbach, longtime co-host. Al, we're at the wonderful Cohiba Lounge within sight of the OU football stadium. Great place here at Cohiba Lounge.
Well, and what a great deal, not for the city of New Orleans, but for the campus corner merchants getting another home game.
Yeah, you know, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the people of New Orleans for all the things that they're going through and suffering right now. We hope it gets better soon and quick. But at the same time, because of that tragedy in New Orleans, Tulane cannot host a football game, and so Tulane and OU got together, and now OU is hosting this football game here in Norman.
Yeah, and the ticket receipts going to Tulane University, so it's a big payday for Tulane.
Well, yeah, and that's as well it should be. I mean, you know, they're losing that home game, and so good for Joe Castiglione and Tulane to come up with that idea and bring it in here. And the people of Norman and people of Oklahoma and OU fans and fans nationwide are supporting this, effort to help New Orleans if this does help them, especially, put some money back in Tulane University.
Well, it's got to be tough for the players. How are they going to be focused on this game? Family, through what's going on. They're in Birmingham practicing. It's going to be really difficult for Tulane to focus on this game.
It is, and I feel for them. But at the same time, this is what they are, been training for all summer, all last spring, to be able to be a part of this.
And the Port Spring in Vegas is going way up.
Yeah, well, and as well it should be. But here we are, Royal Pipes and Tobacco and Cohiba Lounge, interactive here. They're interconnected. If you want a great cigar, you got to come to Royal Pipes. If you want a great drink, come to Cohiba Lounge. And they will be here on game day, so come by and take advantage of all the drink specials and cigar specials at Cohiba Lounge, Royal Pipes and Tobacco. Hey, neighborhood jams in Norman and in Oklahoma City. There's 3 locations now. Norman on Main Street next to the railroad tracks, in Midtown in Oklahoma City on 150th and North Penn. And it's the same great food on Neighborhood Jams. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or brunch, it's always great at Neighborhood Jams. The breakfast is with biscuits as big as a plate, and the brunch is on Saturday and Sunday. There can't go wrong at Neighborhood Jams. 3 great locations in the Oklahoma City metro area, one in Norman, one in Midtown, and one on 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City.
It hailed about 50 miles from here last week. You probably needed a roof.
No thanks.
Hi, I'm with Roofing, and have I got a deal for you?
No thanks.
Now, please, just let me up on the roof, just for a minute.
The only company I trust to inspect my roof is Basie's Roofing. Have a nice day.
And everybody says that.
The name you can trust.
If you're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, TIFF, fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding and hydro mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City. Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter would be the way to go if you're looking for our show. YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU Football Preview Show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Cohiba Lounge. Interconnected with Royal Pipes and Tobacco. Royal Pipes has got one of the largest humidors of cigars in the area. Finest selection of cigars in Norman. So if you're a cigar smoker or a pipe smoker, come by Royal Pipes. You already know about it. They got a great selection. And Cohiba Lounge next to it. Great selection of drinks and drink specials each and every day here at Cohiba Lounge. Al, we talked last week that this year and this football team for the University of Oklahoma, a great deal of their success will hinge on Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, a guy that's favorite to win the Heisman, a guy that some say is number one pick in the draft, a guy that didn't even make the coaches all Big 12 team a year ago.
That's how smart the coaches are.
And yeah, he got to play a lot better than he played last year. If he's going to lift those goals, win a Heisman and everything, but he came on the second half, after he got his butt bench against Texas, he seemed that turned him around. There's a lot of hype, and you're right about that. And I expect big things from Spencer Rattler.
Last year he was 214 for 317, 3,300 yards, 28 TDs, 7 interceptions. He had 80 rushes for only 160 yards, but he had 6 TDs. What part of that, do you think might increase other than the passing yards?
Well, you got to run the ball better. I do think they're going to be packages for Caleb Williams. And Riley's doing a great job of putting packages. Caleb Williams, let's say he's Rattler, he's had a great preseason and spring. So you'll try to get.
He was the number 1 rated quarterback in the nation when he came in. So well he should perform.
And we saw him in the spring game, but and Rattler says thinks he has improved running with the ball, but he has such a good arm. He just whips the ball out there. And now last year what hurt them? Too many drops. And Lee Riley said in the spring, the receivers got to get better.
Well, that's where I think the increased yardage for passing will come. These guys got another year under their belt. They're 5-stars. Jaden Hazelton, Theo Weiss, Woods kid to transfer in.
And then you got the Williams kid,
Mario
freshman.
Williams,
And then the one guy that didn't drop anything was Drake Stoops.
Yes, and Drake Stoops, is going to be there.
Yeah.
Because he is. When you throw him the ball, he catches it.
He catches it.
He's going to be a first down machine.
Absolutely.
This year.
And then remember, coming out of the backfield, Eric Gray is really good catching the ball, and I think Kennedy Brooks. So I think that. And let's not forget Stogner. Now, he's wide open. He cannot drop. He
had some drops last year.
Yeah.
He had some drops last year, And Jeremiah Hall he's an undersung kind of guy. I think, of all the people that may have an impact that's probably undersung is Jeremiah Hall, because with 2 running backs, I think he's going to be utilized more as a running back.
Going to have to be.
Especially in short yardage and different packages, because he proved against Iowa State last year when everybody was hurt, he could carry the ball and carry it.
And they could always line him up in the backfield, line a split receiver up in the backfield, do some things. With Lincoln Riley's offensive mind, he's going to figure things out.
He clicks that plays, in his sleep.
Yeah, you're right. It's unbelievable.
So, even though there's only 2, as they say, 2 healthy running backs, they actually have 4 running backs on the staff. And Coach Riley's talked about it in his press conference this week about he's got 4 running backs and looks for all 4 of them to play on Saturday.
Yeah, only 2 scholarship backs. That's a problem. That
was a small detail he didn't bring up.
That's a massive, massive problem.
With what they're going to be doing early in the year, they're going to save Gray and Brooks. I mean, they're gonna let them start, get their yards, get them in the game. But as soon as they get a feel for what they're doing, get a lead and all that, I look for them to pull them and start doing something else with the running backs.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play non-college running backs a lot.
Well, no, I'm talking about Jeremiah
Oh
Hall
yeah, absolutely
in different ways.
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Take the de-emphasize.
Right.
And maybe that means Spencer runs a little bit more, a couple of times.
Exactly right.
Hit him some design plays.
And again, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, and a package with Caleb Williams, maybe that ups, instead of only being in 2 or 3 times a game, maybe that goes to 4 or 5.
Right.
Because that's just another effective way to run the ball.
Absolutely.
And it takes some pressure off of Kenny Brooks and Eric Gray.
They'll forget. And the key with anything else, if Gray and Brooks stay healthy, they're fine.
And you know what it all depends on, and we'll talk about this more next segment, offensive line. Hey, we're at Cohiba Lounge here at Boyd and Jenkins in Norman, inside of OU football stadium. And come by this Saturday for the game. You can't miss all the big canopy and the specials and the cigar. I mean, you got to have a cigar for a victory celebration from Royal Pipes and Tobacco. We'll be right back after this. Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter will be the way to go. If you're looking for our show, YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU football preview show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. If you're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, Tiff, Fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding and hydro mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
You know, it hailed about 50 miles from here last week. You probably needed a roof.
No thanks.
Hi, I'm with Roofing, and have I got a deal for you.
No thanks.
No? Please, just let me up on the roof, just for a minute.
The only company I trust to inspect my roof is Basie's Roofing. Have a nice day.
And everybody says that.
The name you can trust.
Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter will be the way to go. If you're looking for our show, YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU Football Preview Show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. All right, we ready? Okay. In 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Cohiba Lounge in Norman. And speaking of a favorite place to get a wonderful drink, the Wonderfolk People Distillery in Guthrie with their wonderful, wonderful new spirits. Of course, you know about Prairie Wolf. Prairie Wolf, a tried and true spirit that's been in Oklahoma for over 3 or 4 years. But now Wonderfolk has developed the same distillery in Guthrie with different flavors, including gin, vodka, and a Old Moses whiskey. So all those are available at your favorite drink establishment, and if they're not, ask for Wonderfolk Spirits at your favorite restaurant and bar. Al, you know, we were talking about the offensive line, you know, and Coach Riley addressed it a little bit, that there's still some positions, you know, that they think they've got a handle on. They think they've got 4 good offensive tackles.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think they're too deep in the offensive tackle that they feel very comfortable with.
You know, and then they got 2 good centers in Rame and
That's the
Conley.
biggest position. We don't know. I mean, Creed Humphrey was so good now. That to me, that's the key position on the offensive line is the
Let me
center
just talk
spot.
about Creed Humphrey for a minute. Guess who's starting for the Kansas City Chiefs at center? Creed Humphrey.
And that's such an important position to play.
That's how good he was.
That's
and
how,
he
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
You know, I mean, he's the starter for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's pretty good going as a first-year guy. But yeah, Rame and Congo are going to be. You know, I bet they both play. You know,
Right,
and they're gonna do that with the first couple of games at least.
Yeah.
You know, they got to get everybody some playing time, find out the different positions on the offensive line, who coalesces best, who plays best, who's got, you know. I look for it to really be effective. You know, Tulane's a good team, but golly, like you said, with all the distractions and all the things that have been going through, how are they going to be focused? Coming all this way to play when they were thinking about being at home, and now looking at back, like you said, the families and all that back in New Orleans, that's going to be a tough thing for them to be able to do.
So yeah, Oklahoma first 4 games at home this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a great way to build this team and get the confidence up before they go. What's the first?
Kansas State. Go to Kansas State and then Texas.
Yeah, down to Dallas and play Texas. So it's going to be a great way to build some cohesion and offensive lineup, you know. And with the running backs, Eric Gray and Kennedy Brooks. I mean, tell me what your thoughts are on that.
Well, they're both big-time running backs. I mean, Kennedy Brooks almost averaged 10 yards a carry. First 2 years, he ran over 1,000 yards. Eric Gray, they said he was even more impressive in the spring. But get some Russell Kennedy Brooks, so they're really, really good. They're 2 of the best backs in the conference.
Well, you know, and with the offensive line showing strides, of being able to run block, I mean, I think that this really, you know, and as we said the first show about OU, I mean, people don't realize that they only pass 47% of the time. So the rest of the time, they're running the ball.
Yes.
And they've had a really good running attack for a long time, and I look for it to be the same this year.
Oh, it's critical, especially they've done a great job from Bob to Lincoln is when they get lead in the fourth quarter, able to run that clock down.
Yeah, and just bang it down.
Get the first downs.
Hey, 80-yard drives,
Yeah,
90-yard
absolutely.
drives, 7 and 8 minute drives. I mean, those are the kind of things that differentiate between just a good team
And a great team. No doubt about it.
And I look for that to happen
Yeah.
this year here for OU. Hey, we are at Cohiba Lounge in Norman next to Royal Pipes at Boyd and Jenkins here in Norman. Great place. Royal Pipes, tremendous selection of cigars, over 100 different types of cigars. Your favorite brands are all here. And Cohiba Lounge, great drink specials each and every day. Come by Cohiba Lounge, Royal Pipes, and Tobacco here in Norman. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Keith, Al Eschbach. I want to remind you, if you want to catch us somewhere other than on Channel 52, you can. We have a YouTube channel, a Facebook channel, and you can catch us on Twitter during the game. So YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you can always find us there on that with our own channels and enjoy it where you're not in front of a TV if you can. And if you want to follow along on Twitter during game days, please do. It's a lot of fun. And so our Twitters are on the Twitter handles are on the big screen, along with Facebook and YouTube channels. Al, OU defense has been building for this year. Alex Grinch is year 3. He's got the guys, for the most part, that he's wanted now in place. What do you see being the strength of this OU defense?
Defensive line. I think the defensive line is deep and good. Winfrey, Isaiah Thomas, Jalen Redmond coming back after a COVID year. I think the defensive line got a chance to be the best defensive line they've had in a while.
Well, you know what a good defensive line does? It makes the defensive backs better.
And it also, because you got Benito there as your rush end.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best in the country, and you're right, it makes the secondary a lot better.
Because they're not going to get the time back there to sit in the pocket and go to 3 reads.
No.
They're going to just have to go in there, 1 read, 2 read, and bang.
And Perry and Winfrey and Redmond Redmond a couple years ago led the team in sacks.
Yeah.
So, no, I think the defensive line, when you got a pass rush, that changes everything. It helps the linebackers out too.
And here's the difference to me is Grinch has always wanted a defensive line that can bring pressure without blitzing.
Yeah, that's
and so
right.
This defensive line can do that.
Yep.
And then when you bring a blitz, it surprises them and that has a better chance of getting to the quarterback because it's not normal. So I look for this defensive line, like you said, not only to be really, really good, but provide pressure on a quarterback by themselves.
Yeah, I think the front's pretty good. Let's see what happens at the nickelback, because when Trey Noah took over last year, he was really good.
Well, and that's probably the biggest question.
I agree.
They've got good cornerbacks, but who do they put at nickelback?
Right.
Because right now that's the unknown. The safeties are set. Patrick Fields was named a captain along with Caleb Kelly, which I thought was fantastic.
Absolutely, a guy here is 6th year.
Yeah, I mean, that's how much the players themselves think
Respect
of Caleb
that's
Kelly.
exactly right.
And Spencer Rattler and Jeremiah Hall, all those guys are highly respected by their teammates. But, Patrick Fields back there in the backfield, he's the captain and calling the plays from safety position. So your cornerbacks are a little bit younger, but more accomplished.
Oh, yeah. Graham last year looked like he can become a star. Woody Washington, Jaden Davis, you got the McCutcheon kid, the freshman high recruited kid that had committed to Texas. Or committed to Alabama, I think. They're really, I think, good back there. Talent's good back there. I want to see whether Credell or Billy Bowman, the freshman, what they can do at nickel.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Both of those guys are incredibly talented. Billy Bowman that came in as an athlete. I mean, he could play wide receiver. He could play probably running back. He can play cornerback, or he can play nickel. I mean, that's how talented he is as an athlete.
By the way, when you talk about running back, why do I think Lincoln Riley has some surprise and there's somebody that's going to be playing running back that he hasn't told us?
Yeah, a little. Oh yeah, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. By the way, I just ordered today to make him a running back.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, neighborhood jams. Have you been to neighborhood jams for breakfast, brunch, or lunch? You got to go to neighborhood jams. Great food. Part of the House Smith Restaurant Group. They have a wonderful breakfast. Unbelievable brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, and lunch every day. They're open from 6:30 to 2:30 every day. 3 locations here in the metro: Norman on Main Street, Oklahoma City in the Midtown area, and 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City. Neighborhood jams for breakfast, brunch, and lunch.